All right, and so me found with them on the line now, live from London in the United Kingdom. We get no other person but Mr. Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray. Of course, when I know say Mr. Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray, na the president and leader. I mean, na the leader and presidential candidate for the Alliance Democratic Party. Of course, when I know say that party they na party where they grow rapidly. And so now we talk to today live on Sheriff's Broadcast Network as we always do. And so let's talk to Mr. Kamarainba Mansaray. Hello, Mr. Mansaray. How you do, sir?
Hello, my brother. I do well. And I just want to say hello to every listener right now when they listen to this program.
Right. Of course, we're also very delighted for getting here. We know say you're not a busy person, and then time they also way they travel, plenty people that want to see you. So we're not going to take too much of your time, but very, very important. Most of we viewers them, now then they tell we say talk to them and they talk to them and they, let we know what they happen. And so quite recently, we see say you declare your assets in Sierra Leone. And so this is not a new concept in the political business in Sierra Leone, wherein you were the vie for the highest political office in the country. You decide for tell the ordinary Sierra Leoneans then waiting you get before they even vote for you. So waiting encourage you or motivate you for take that kind of action?
5 years ago, when I've been start my campaign for run for president in Sierra Leone, I've been come with a theme, an agenda where in a politics of truth. Within lacking in Sierra Leone politics, the truth. People and politicians and bent for the lie and politics of deceit. So make out the truth, and also during those years, when I advocate change and also they hold this government accountable. Part of that, you set yourself your own precedent. Say this when they run for president, now this and this and this again. So tomorrow, nobody no go ask you again say, oh, this president, he don't teach or he don't do this. And also, because corruption is the cancer in Sierra Leone, this is one way where it's very unprecedented. And I mean, at the first Sierra Leone where they aspire for president of Sierra Leone, where they don't make an open, declare assets open. And even West Africa, I get a call yesterday where somebody they said West Africa back in the first. I think this don't show real leadership when we make it openly, and also it allow me opponents them we want stand for president to do the same. I don't call on president and it's by Koroma himself for making declare assets the next 2 to 3 months before he left office. The same thing with Salif Johnson and Liberia do. This, like I tell you, when you talk about leadership, I believe that the whole country, including the whole globe, don't know say Kamarainba don't set the pace. And I will call on Madabios and the Samura Kamara that made a do likewise.
Right. And so, plenty of people that keep talk say, well, another inside the Sierra Leonean constitution for say somebody will divide for that kind of office they for declaring assets. And so you get for take your own personal decision for do things like that one day. But because of how Sierra Leonean politics been done there for decades, we say candidates of that nature not they declare assets. So then just feel say what do you do now? You want to do they not get for affect them. What do you say to that?
Whoever say that, now that one way we people of this country not get for vote for them. In order now with constitution for thief, but politicians they thief not that country. In order now with constitution for make you neglect the people of that country, politicians they neglect them. Not to be constitution bind we when you want to become a leader. We get something what they call ethics and moral values.
Right.
And you get something where you know say you forget do things where you for set the pace. And also at the same time, people them for respect you for what you stand for. So wherever I give that excuse say the constitution not require for declaring asset, I think the people of this country are going to speak loudly and then go really push that person away and for make sure say that person not ready and not really ready for lead. Because what I don't do so now a way that way every presidential candidate go do the same. Even the advanced country there like in America, the debates they're not started as a mandatory. But when the people have been started to say, okay, we can do presidential debate, it become a norm. So in no need for there now with constitution, but when I don't start and so now, and I believe that I don't call on all the presidential candidates and for do the same. So it will become a norm now. Every election, everybody will do the same. So like I say, this country now when you they talk about change, now this now in a change, not to judge the word. Now you action too. All things are doing at Sierra Leone when I advocate change, me are the only politician right now in Sierra Leone. We no one day they into any corrupt system. We no one day they into governance in Sierra Leone. Because almost all of them, if you look at them now, they're all at one point. They don't be minister, they don't be head of state, or they don't be something. But me are the only one we go raise me and say, my hands are clean and I know one day tip 1 cent and I go be bring the change because I know one day there in any system we don't fail the people in our country. And so this alone, when I declare me as said, not just in consonation with it, I believe say change na me they preach in this country.
Yes, yes, definitely. Of course, we agree with you now. A very positive move down there, especially on the part of the ordinary Sierra Leonean way, they suffer on the streets of Sierra Leone, where they see, because people that don't lose confidence in the leadership of the country. And one of the reasons why they don't lose them, if you say, now the leaders, they no more they benefit from the national cake. So if you declare your assets, before they even vote for you, that they send a clean message. So when you declare these assets now Sierra Leone, how the people that receive them? You able to get any feedback?
Absolutely. In fact, up to now, up to 10 minutes before I talk to you, a young lady way then I palm, he say name Umu. And the lady just they send message to me, don't go print, I don't even know him. They don't go print flyers them, big flyers them. He say he dey Bremalin, he dey pan distribute them. And from now on, he not they follow politicians them, he not be like politics, but a young woman where he see me na radio and television what declare me asset, he don't make up his mind with some of his colleagues them for follow me. Yesterday back I get a one guy when they call Alpha, the UK himself day, but he say go Wales for work. Himself, he say they follow Yunkela all along. He said, but because I don't declare me asset and this yeah, him he believes saying that Yunkela for me sets that pace day, but because me don't do one, Ingo can follow me, except other candidates do likewise. So the people of that country, they, regardless of them academic status, they know the importance about asset declaration. And now he make the feedback, even an ambassador, top ambassador of the country, he texts me, they say, way to go, thank you, Kamarainba. So those are the kind of things that we, not only the people in the country, but the international community, they look to, they show say, yes, this man is ready, he's tested. Look, the European Union, I meet with them before, a day before I declare my assets. I've been meet with them Monday. And the same thing what I tell them, say, I'm going to declare my assets. And I will encourage them because I made them come really monitor elections, which they say they will look at very closely because they get invitation for that. And when I will talk to the European Union, I will tell them that. And I remember the head of the mission, they look at me and say, really, are you going to do this? I say, yeah, on Wednesday. Not only do this, even cash on hand. Any money I get from me, I will show the people of this country. And some of them declaration they are, and not be, when I they put them together, they go the money like I'm getting to be a multi-millionaire. And I don't want that because me not the people's choice. I don't want to look at the money's choice. So what have they do? Even some lands, I get to land them, I'm not incorporate another written it. So certain things where the lawyer, the two lawyers that were consult will be put it together. If they tell me something other asset that I declare them, but I not do them based on the fact I just want look this normal way somebody will believe the similar way of Barack Obama with the campaign, where it's about us, it's not just about me. And I count the retail politics. And retail politics are for talk to people, them, not to the wholesale. When you see that we leaders then, and that's then know about like wholesale politics. So if I said the momentum, the feedback from the people is wonderful. The text that I get before I come to London. So I believe say people in they underestimate certain things. Even the debate, the presidential debate, IB, fantastic information you name there, maybe one of the things. I don't tell open challenge to all the presidential candidates and say, we forget 4 debates. One at the west, one at the east, one at the north, and one at the south. We will do 2 in Creole, 2 in English. I don't make an open challenge, and I don't even call some media houses, including BBC and Al Jazeera, for make them all come, make them help for make this happen. And there was a discussion where somebody said, like how you talk to, you're not required by the Constitution. If one of the candidates or 2 say, then we go do on debate, what we for do? One of the suggestions we made on say, would they put red lapa or green lapa or pink or white, whatever that particular, on an empty chair, then we ask questions to that empty chair. We make people know say, that person for stand on the chair, you're not there in there, you're not ready for lead this country. It's about time, it's a change. It's not just speaking, say, low we change, low we change. Your actions. And as this million shown at that country, and I will continue for sure.
Wow, yes, that would be great. That would be great. You know, we don't try for even come up with a debate, but I tell you say for doing through the PPRC. So we'll work on that as well. But in case you don't come through, let us just know, maybe we will be part of it. But we really admire everything where you talk. Now, by the declaration where you do, you talk about some houses now where you get now the US. And you know, say when you talk about dancing and the people and they now the US that they dig, they want for no. So we don't get a lot of feedbacks and people they talk say, oh, the houses the way Kamarainba talks say it gets now the US. We don't check now other people their names and they panam. So not too true, now lie. You know, you want for comment on that this morning.
Yes. I'm glad because you don't be the first exclusive medium where I will talk about this. You know, one thing about Sierra we not able satisfy. We're not able to satisfy everybody. By so being, some people are very cynical, and it no matter what you do, especially as a young man, then they feel this one to the person wait 30 years, you don't spend at the UN, or you don't spend this and that. Why you were able to accumulate this much? I'm so happy for me. Also, in a salon, they're not questioning. In America, and what did this person do? When I put them post there, I'm not being put an house address. I put a street address. So the people then go take random host address. They say, oh, this is a land. The reason why I rent them property there. I have 4 of them. The one that they me family me begin right now they live. So the good thing is, 2 of them property there. I rent them to Sierra Leone. In fact, I therefore call them consent because you know Tennessee laws in America. I don't go put people out like that in public. You never know what's gonna happen. And as a political figure of houses. So one man when at Johnson, when I one of the Sierra Leonean where I really admire, from December 2013, they always then claim saying a lot. Because I want to go pick up. They want a highest bill. And that also, now Sierra Leone again in West Margaret. In fact, now the program now said I will left the number to let people call them because me I've taken the politics of the truth Akawi.
Right.
And I will make sure say when somebody they in doubt, either I educate them or I show and light. Because when somebody in the dark, as a leader, now that's like the second thing you do, you forget and light. Right. So I will give number to the tenant. From December 2013, when I rent on that single family house, they pay $1,600 every month. They put on a Bank of American account. And honestly, my brother, from 2013 up to today, then they pay religiously. They don't want the late one. I remember not too long ago, the woman be tell me, say, why we not for add rent to this property because it don't take how many years? I say, no. These people, they not one day late, and neither they don't want to pay for parent. Make another reason. From the $1,600 what they pay every month, now in the they pay. In name Joe Johnson, phone number na 240-832-9461. So whoever want confirm, it will even not only show them receipt where they pay money directly in my account, and those are one of the things. And then go make them falsely. And another house where na APC strong woman, na Virginia Macaulay, and he said a number day here. Not only even there were buy the house, where he helped even for renovate them, and he recommend one gentleman, Curtis Woodridge, where they work for the federal government, na Pentagon, na they live in the house there. If I want to tell her, say I want to put, I say no, Mohammed, don't put me in the spot like that. So those Macaulay address back there, we go confirm because he said call me yesterday. Now he said APC people in column for they didn't know say because he know more. Now he tell us yes. He say I can bet me life. Kamarainba get 4 oaths with me know. And I know say this being said go buy oaths in Atlanta because he moved in family in Atlanta in Pekin and did it. So now he make 5. But the 4 oaths that we get in Maryland, he say me know about them and I'm part of them. So I think he educates them and they say, oh, we refuse and I say no. He said when I want I go take a tour, I go work out on all the oaths when I interview the people who did it. He said, but trust me, Kamarainba get them for oaths and I say, well, thank you. So those are the kind of things, my brother. There's no reason for put empty spoon on my mouth. I go talk say I get property that one get that. It don't make sense. And the good thing, a happy way, Sierra Leoneans, the way 2 Sierra Leoneans, the one against 2 of the OSM, where then if you call them and confirm certain things. But it just they baffle me. If you WhatsApp me email, now riahomes5@aol.com for the past 10 years. And this me email, it work with the OSM where I get. Now Real Homes 5, because I want to register a company, Real Homes Incorporated, for but if I host them, I've been getting even license, licensed realtor. And most of the people in Maryland will confirm that when I've been they work where I've been buying them wholesale through HUD and through VA, I renovate them, I rent them out. So now investment that what we do, and what I will do by God in power, your station will be the next one because I'm in this salon now, my income 3 to 5 years. I will make about $124,000 a year. So I will count me tax them to your station, and you will get copies them and make them up open. I want to show people them the income way maybe they make before I resign or I return home. So maybe I know 3 to 5 years before I resign, go home, how much income what they make. And those are the things again where not being at the asset declaration, but what I come next month in America, where your station will be exclusive. I believe will be the first one because I'm therefore go get a press conference again, share that information. But you will be the first one where go get that. And even as me woman at the same time, they make 87,000, they make 124,000 or more a year. So that will even include the investment taxes. This is not just an income, they will be the work. It don't involve even the rents that they get from the properties. So people they don't know who I am, but whoever understands within our politics, for go from a party for the past 4 years, not alone 3 to 4 years, it become formidable. 16 by-election we don't contest, and political party they get money from nowhere. Past the few people in the diaspora we can help. For that do and no become Musa we do right now, and I believe say whoever they think will not say indeed Kamarainba a very much worthy of what they say. Even me cash and I know I get I go put $38,000 and I put the journalists they all verify. Then they say no. Some in fact they helped me. I've been getting £160 salary. Where I'm not no salary day. There was one point now we go look for money. Why they put on last year and I say thank God. Me after declaration don't make I don't see this £160. So I'm just happy and that's a whole in my hand when I travel for London as a personal expenses for buy food. But I'm so happy where people I think not to only to me the shop. Next one now where they contest where they declare the asset, they will go in depth again for verifying the information there because anything where you put public the family people and do them. So I encourage when people to do that, and it take me time. Even one non civil rights activist we call me. Instead, I take me time again. In fact, in America now, he said don't go confirm 3 of the them, but the one who send me family in Atlanta back, he want go try for go. And he say we don't do our pictures and audios and we ain't gonna salon back, and go get press conferences.
Wow, definitely. We are very honored by, the way they do things, and of course, they do them voluntarily. And the waiting, this kind message they send to ordinary Sierra Leoneans is that you honest to the fault, and that na Sierra Leone you really like, now make it they do what they do. So we really, really appreciate that. You don't need.
I'm not going to come there. I worship Sierra Leone after God. I name it Pekin next month is 16. It is on 10 years, Miguel Pekin. He named Sierra Leone Mansaray.
Wow.
I love Sierra Leone. I worship Sierra Leone. People don't know.
Girl Pekin or boy Pekin?
Everything for me to say Salon be a better country.
Na boy Pekin or girl Pekin?
Na girl Pekin.
Okay, so Sierra Leone is a girl. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, and so Mr. Mansaray, so let's talk about politics now a little bit. During the SLPP convention, you were invited there and you go there. And when you go there, you give a speech. And the speech where you give was that come March 7, 2018, SLPP, the one that will not be hearing and fine, but maybe hearing because I listen to them, more than that stuff. What you talk was, either the flag bearer, the presidential candidate with the SLPP they elect that day, or you go be president of Sierra Leone. But plenty of people they understand and for say you don't talk see now SLPP presidential candidate get for win. And so I want for me you elaborate on that small and back tell people then wait to make you be very prominent at the SLPP convention.
Thank you. Live start to the very end. The SLPP invite me and the ADP for make a statement. The APC no invite me, and at the very same day they get in convention. In fact, two ministers them text me. They say, "Why you not here?" And at the APC, I was never invited. So I say, "No, yes, and they're wrong because political tolerance for be something we will be proud of." So I go to the SLPP convention, and during my statement, what I go make. And I tell people, interesting the way people they conceive information. I say this room where we all day so the next commander-in-chief,
chairman and leader for the Alliance Democratic Party, Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray, don't call on President Kuruma and other political party candidates for the 2018 election for declaring assets in open one before the 2018 election. Well, let me listen to what Mohamed Kamarainba been say yesterday as himself been go declaring assets in open one.
When they happen, for the presidential candidate declare in money, in assets, what he get, because all are rumor and no me don't do I lead by example, and I make sure say people do by example. So one of the main reasons I don't preach politics of truth. Not enough for me people.
But like I say, Sierra Leoneans there's some few people when you say A, then they say na BC. So those people will not be able to change. But one thing about make it clear, that room day by God in power, Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray will be the next president of Sierra Leone come March 2018. Which I strongly believe. And, I want to just a little bit of my brother, when I talked to him before I came, Yumkela. And I tell him, say, Kande, you know SLPP too. And Mohammed, he said, no, put me in that category. And I say, you are. I say, you don't spend 2 years. They run for the leadership of SLPP. And you know you will succeed. And after that, because you fail, you can't try for. You look the people always around you right now. They're all SLPP. So technically, you're SLPP too. I say I remember, Yunkela will be there 98.1 few months ago, where a text a call. Now he say the one with phone number. Me give me phone number. Yunkela say your phone number na SLPP. And at that time, he talked how nothing no go make in left SLPP because in Papa. Even when they young, now they go play at the office there. So if you know your papa in value, and a party where you spend 2 years, you know you're able to defeat Malabio, 1%. You form an alliance, you form all things, you know you're able to pull 1%. You feel say you're able to beat that same person on 5-month election, you feel to go beat Samura Kamara 5-month election, you feel to go beat Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray, it's not possible. People are not able to understand. If you take 2 years for just lead a political party, you will convince people how for you will get you 600 and some people and for give you delegates and for give you the flag bearer. Why you feel that 3 million people you were able to convince them where they don't know say all these years now APC. There's not change you go call there because not only you be Minister of Trade, but at the same time you now where them they even say that sell the refinery to Nigerians, but you are also part of the system we don't fail this country. And at the system back a pathway don't spend 2 years, not on the first 1 month when they pitch for my mama, you run away say, oh, this party they don't pitch for me, they don't pitch for my mama, they run away. That's what we all understand. But you spend 2 years, we go the length and breadth of that country there for preach about SLPP say is the best party and all of that. And now you go begin criticize and no. I don't think say again that audacity for doing. You come to Madabio. Madabio, maybe don't talk say all along now Mumu opposition. And Mumu we not need Mumu president. And there's a time where you time don't pass, you time this, you time go for camp. Madabio in time don't pass, I don't tell them. And there's nothing change. Madabio Bukaya, it surrounds itself with people where incertain government. The same thing on this Coromato. There's a lot of people around Madabio who not be able to do not settle them they even watch them. So those are the kind of system we not failed system. And Samura Kamara, you look at her now, time go for it we get for elaborate more. When we talk about the economy failure now, Samura Kamara is the #1 into the. In fact, it's so apparent than even President Alex Kuruma. So in a nutshell, but I'm going to digest on those things. I just want to say when we talk about change, there is no candidate where get the audacity for talk about that for the Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray winner me. And by God willing, I will be the next president of that country because the people are not say I don't go prison twice and I don't look me office bonds this BNT. I don't call on this government. I mean, I'm the only one. I tell people and say the past 2-3 years, make somebody show me say Madabio opposed and it's by Kuruma. In politicism or in governance, I say I they give $1,000. I took an openly 2 months ago na Peter. Nobody will give me a video audio where Madabio publicly don't oppose. So if that kind of people are where they run for president, not be able to hold a ruling party accountable, not able to ask them for and transparent, how you feel say that person will able to govern a nation?
Well, some people that can talk say, we don't be a flag bearer or presidential candidate for the party, so it not been there in a position for criticize the sitting government. So now that he don't be presidential candidate, it's about time for him to start criticizing the government. And he begin to answer his speech.
Now, my brother, now live excuse that. Anybody will say, now put you way, I think you need for go main brain them in and check up. In fact, I will talk to Dixon Rogers, one of the SLPP members of Parliament. He says I agree to that. The Constitution give him mandate. When Barack Obama not be the win or Hillary Clinton, low campus Republican, you not be the win the flag
Democrats,
or the Democrat, but you criticize the government. Even Donald Trump, you not be win them. These are the process. In fact, that they make Nigeria. I'm not being big flag bearer of ADP. In fact, even the bosses them, the 100 bosses them, I'm not even get political party. 2014. When I criticize them both them, me not just a citizen. I'm not even get ADP not be from here.
Or like what would they do now? What would they do now? The media, yeah.
What they say is people that want to make a false excuse. No, Madabio not get the cut, not get the tenacity for old President Kuruma. Mark my word, even going forward, you know go see criticized because I had to tell you that thing and not get that tenacity for your government. Nobody, you get all the right for make you criticize and also hold president government accountable. Not only ensure a member of a political party, you get that right there. Chapter 35(1) of the Salon Constitution give every Sierra Leonean right where belong to a political party for me hold a ruling party accountable for anything. So if Madabio one get excuse say, in fact that makes sense. Nobody no go follow you. So that means if you not to flag bearer, you not able to talk for the people. That alone will make a lot of people not go ever vote for him if somebody make that excuse. Because if somebody goes, oh, now you selfish and so if you know win, you know go talk for we. We need people to talk for we before we hand over
before
power.
When I give them right. And so, so let's talk about you political party, the Alliance Democratic Party, small. You know, from when you begin the party, plenty of people that don't come on board. When I don't get sizable, you know, a lot of people will follow you. But in a democratic system, people then they question as to whether somebody get for challenge you for the presidential candidacy of your party. They say because now you know more than anybody will come up, you defend way for clamp down on that person, let go back down. So now you know more. So it's like, you know, there is no democracy in the ADP. What you go say?
Anybody will say that opportunity to follow politics in Sierra Leone. The reason being, we are the first political party with the whole convention in Sierra Leone. We hold on a U building, PPRC been there, NEC and international bodies and come, SLPP been there, all other political parties in there. In fact, the party we been contest for the leadership of the party, there was a time we not do on time. And PPRC even tell me them we're going to the meeting. PPRC say no, well, your constitution says in not do on time for contest against you. Now say no. In fact, the later told me they raised me and I said no. I say as a leader, I will talk to the party, look accommodate them. I say make it can pay the 10 million fee, where they require make it can contest. And it can be paid the 10 million. If I pay the 10 million, the money of the convention. Now he say how that's what I do. So we go there, we do in fact we not like APC or SLPP way. APC of the election, SLPP they back on selection of delegates. Now delegates the number. What we do? Police IG will send officers them and people say whoever gets a membership card because now that we constitution call for. Now primary that we get anybody with a membership card can vote. So we know now in fact our next help we for me the ballot papers that we'll be doing. We go pay the help for printer. So because of that late entrance we make not be able to use the ballot paper. So what we do it openly, everybody can be win overwhelmingly about 90-something% of the vote. And you're not going to believe from then the next time we get on a stadium, we're going to 2-day convention we get. It is so open. And you know, now that's a bit so even people in way want the leadership. Next year when they get convention, if you feel say me not to the right, come back and challenge. Make you see if you call it because I believe in democracy. And I don't want I make why they do everything I do for make I get support. I not do for me don't go and pick people everybody who can be member. I remember somebody me tell me say, oh, they will go pay people and go join the party for can make with against. I say, so be it. I say, but me one thing, the vision what I get, and every voice counts. So we are very democratic, and the Alliance Democratic Party, every new party in this country, my brother, what people may not understand, if my name not there that much into what I do so, this party will fail. The reason being is when SLPP been formed, it's all about my guy. When APC been formed, up to now, it's all about Sheikh Stephen. When PMDC been formed, it's all about Charles Magad. When Temu Bangura been formed, it's all about Temu Bangura. This is how political parties are formed. But later on, one I don't into governance, then your roots they begin come on out, they get branch them, they get leads them, that's how they grow. But the beginning, now one person decide where they head them, when I know the main name to the party. Every party has its time. So some people do not understand because of me rights, and then they feel like say, why are you no more? But now two things. Not only run the ADP as a leader, but at the same time, I run for president. So like now, I tell you my vision at the kind of the media. I'm not going to send somebody for come talk about Kamarainba vision. You know, when Donald Trump them and Hillary been run recently, or Barack Obama them, if you watch them, now then they go to the media, talk about themselves. I mean, you get pundits that way can go around the talk, but the main voice where they want to hear, now from them. When you fail to be all by yourself in politics, and like when you call a one-man show, because Obama was a one-man show, Hillary Clinton was a one-woman show. Donald Trump was a one-man show. And the Koroma was a one-man show. Very well. Even Malabio now is a one-man show for SLPP. When you make the SLPP may get fracas because they don't fail to get a one-man show. Until you don't get a leader, like when Mr. Now ADP, you go for the one because it pleases the president for govern the executive branch. Now one man they be president, not to 2, 3, 4. So when you fail that, because party are just a vehicle. When you fail that, you don't lose the election. So when people like you say that, oh, na Kamarainba no more, now success for Kamarainba, now success for ADP, say we can win. If my name failed right now, believe me, ADP not good in governance. So the people are where they do that, I can happy why they hear that, because it shows say, when they get to the nerves, and they know say we can win. Now that if you fail for be somebody where there's head of the executive, where will be the president of the country, if you're able to do it within a party level, you're not going to be able to do it nationally where be a president. So those are the kind of education at times the light one can give people whether it's no more on a one-man show. If I'm not doing mark my word. Today if I talk to my PRO, G Bank, this money coming from America. Now it's a leader. It's not one thing I admire you. It's I don't follow politics a lot. It's a third party that nobody succeed because then I one strong goal that they put all them their resources. Like the Mubangura, my guy, you see another bombs that area there. It's about you look the east, Kono, Kenema Kalam. And I tell us if we not win Kono, I say so the next election I will rethink and I will contest. You people don't understand. I'm not a stronghold. In fact, the South will go the 18th of November. By going power, I'm going to go open the office now. The whole board will know run a Kamarainba ADB. You go see how people go for come out there for can welcome it. So that then kind of thing there, you go Moyamba, you go Bond. So Kamarainba is not just a northern end or western end, now a whole country. And because of that, I make a note say the 30-35% minimum way me want to say I go get the ADP go get for the presidential election, we go to run up. Or go all out for get them. Because we all logic normal, they tell people now for low we get 3 Sierra Leoneans out of 10. Every 10 Sierra Leoneans just ask if we will get 3 votes and so we don't go to run up. That's not the logic way we go for go win this election. Yeah. Because 30 to 35%. Now you make a go contest then by elections them. Now the north. The most strong goal of APC now Bombali, I go there, I get 40% of the vote. All man say now will be win the election. I go Lonsar, put lock up, I get 30%. So don't average, do the constituency average 35%. These are just by election. So if I continue just that rate and day, you go see say if we get 35%, we don't win this election. And people don't know how much we get for do that. But I wish match will come very soon, make them know how Kamarainba stand, how we go for win this election.
And so, yeah, Mr. Kamarainba, plenty of people then where they talk around, when Sierra Leoneans around the globe, they talk about how much money where the APC government don't spend per in your political party buildings them within the north and western area. That they talk about the budgets number where they make for the convention where they get a McKinney, they say be about 3.5 billion with a B leons. They say the regional office within a McKinney 14 billion leons then spend per now. The office within a Kamalo office, which is Kamara Komots, they say now $2.5 billion leon. 2.5 billion leons then spend on that. They say the Chinese office wouldn't get a Portland Street. They say they spend about 24 billion leons. They, of course, the office na Kabbalah when na Kefara Mara. Now been there in charge of that. Now 7.7 billion leons then spend per annum. So when you put the total together, it come up to 51 billion leons, when about 6,658,050 cents. We then spend just per the political party offices. Now, looking at other national infrastructures, thinking about Frabe College, the healthcare systems, all of them, and they dilapidate. So, let us say the people of Sierra Leone decide for make you president of Sierra Leone. Waiting you think say you go do towards then kind of expenditure then they?
You raise a salient point. One, if you check 2006, before 2007 when APC came in power. APC not get Pambodi when I then you na the whole country. Because I headquarter office, na government office where she can still be given. So if you watch even the office na Bo, na Victor Fogeta State. The office at Kenema, na Victor Fogeta. The one at McKinney, na Rensley said the list day. So if you watch the only office they get at the time. And they don't even get Pambodi, you want to talk about Lancet. But right now they talk about over $50 million in offices all over the country. And outside they pull that money, now state resources.
Right.
Because before they come into governance, they don't get nothing. Why I say nothing? Zero. But now, outside they don't come now, they don't get everything so for much the money not of essence for them again. And one thing we go for do is we go for hold these people accountable. When I be president, they go for explain this on explain well. Low no, because look like I did that Kamalo or APC office, now Samura Kamara Bilam.
Right.
And you look at the one at Kabbalah, now this guy Bilam. You look at the one at Bombali right now, where it will be like a hospital or even a school, but looking at how they build this kind of thing, so much taking the resources of the country where we're not able to get nothing better. We look at post office system don't die, and you look at even the police stations all over the country. You look at some areas where need uplift hospitals. You just it's disgusting. Like I said, the government reckless, and they use now the time them for really destroy the fabric of with democracy. And my brother, by God in power, change get for Canada alone. And like we have to as president, we go for me had the tell this not a hidden secret. They go for accounts for everything what they do right now, and we go for form a commission where we go for get people from maybe outside for come really see. If you say this is clear, you go for show me how even the way you build yours. But you see ministers they now get 5 hosts them on explain well so who don't know start and pull them money there. Believe in me, when Kamarainba come, those people guys going to be account for this corruption. I traveled with one APC man we come on a salon. That is plain. And the man tell me plain, he saying a strong APC became he go die APC. But he say him so believe in me. To a point that he not go come out APC, but he go vote for me for president. That's it, really?
Yeah.
We sit down at the players. He said, Kamarainba, you have no idea. You don't win me as a patriot and for things alone force. So for president, you don't win me already. I'm not going to let APC. But the only thing back where I win, I want me to scrutinize, make you hold me party officials accountable will be president. That's it, really? Then he say yes. He say from the president all the way go down.
Right.
I want to make you hold them, where you be president, ask them, may they explain all them well, they'll start to get them well there. So this give me a sign of hope. If somebody win a strong APC person, now in they tell me things like this, that don't show that person they don't even fed up with own party system. Right. So those are the kind of hope way. In fact, when we come back, we kind of plane, what happened for Sidoin at the back. Now he say, Kamarainba, he say, you really every day. He say, I go for you because I've been in at the VIP. So the woman they will be clean the bathroom, then 4 be there. So I go sit down with them for 20 minutes and I talk to them. The woman they tell me, say one day, he said, Naya, they see you Kela them, ministers them, John say them. He said, fine, now look, then they look with them. He said, you for country don't talk to me. He said, for country don't talk to me. He said, it been really, really make or feel proud. So the man said, wait, go talk to them. He said, 2 of them, they swear to them, picking their life. Say nothing will make them not good for me. You know, I did even I said, well, I said, this is the kind of politics they play. Then he said, Kamarainba, you just every day you prove me wrong because I'm one of the main critics. Even when you declare assets, I mean, the first one said, no, it's not possible, that man not getting well today. And they start the assets document and watch them. Now the airport, the way he said, wow. He said, no. He said, I'm really, really convinced. So, those are the kind of things we will continue to do, my brother. But believe in me, APC or anybody in that governance, they will and they misuse and abuse that will country resources get back account for them.
And so, Mr. Mansaray, you then at London right now, waiting at the mission where you on right now in Europe or London.
I can't do a free town hall meeting, not to fundraising, not to nothing. Just come for talk to people. What I believe, if I can win the heart of some Sierra Leoneans and a UK now, then go call the people and back home say, no, I vote for that man. And today, this Saturday, finally, I don't dress for can go. And then they vote for that man. So those are the kind of things that I come for can do. And from here, and they move Holland. I get meeting back next Saturday the 4th, Germany the 5th, and Belgium on Wednesday. So I can't just do European tour, a free town hall meeting for meet people and sell me vision and sell the ideology of the party. So those are the kind of things that I can do.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mohamed Kamarainba Mansaray, leader and presidential candidate of the of the Alliance Democratic Party. Of course, it talked to me today from London in the United Kingdom. Of course, we're very much happy and delighted every time we will talk to you, Mr. Kamarainba. Of course, at a very short notice, we'll call you and you are ready to come on. So thank you so much for everything. And of course, we also appreciate you for all the updates and way you send to we personally. Every time something happen, you do an audio, you send them to we. We appreciate that as well. So we wish you all the best.
Thank you, my brother. It's a pleasure for day with you. Like I say, you know, one of the few Sierra Leoneans the world man at the diaspora. You do all those things, not to money that they give you from nowhere. You spend your resources just for market the country and also get information them so that the people are make informed decisions. You know, one of the few Sierra Leoneans who admire. And like I said, this will not get time now this country again. And you call on me at any time. I will come next month. Go come back now the studio day. Now we talk about certain things. Right. But for now, I'm just happy the way things that they go. And I believe the change go can salon. Right now, the APC get plenty money for give people. In fact, the audio I make yesterday, I tell people and say, man, it's the money. Today, say people and call me say, Mr. Kamarainba, with the audio, with the go, they don't give you one bag rest at the area. So now go ahead and when I eat the money because when government and I see and it's by Kuruma, so they why the partner oaths and ministers them, you see people them like beggars them, 50, 100, 200 people and go wait na do. Wait for a normal day, partially give them money. If they don't put a country or society where the people don't come beggars, you know, even video and then they want the part. Now say if this president, me own president, I see people they cannot live, they great, they can't enough for big no way, they can, hey, papa, hey, do we, you know, those don't show say this president and this government don't fail this country here. If then they do them in there, I don't see no reason, they don't turn the people into beggars. And I say, when I don't eat the money, now money, but when March 7, 2018, do ya vote wisely. Think when I know we think. So whoever they listen to this message, it's about time we think how we go able to make a difference. Now the lives of the people, we own lives, especially people waiting at the diaspora about where they listen. Make change. Not get complex just because folks don't work for United Nations or work for European Union or work for AIDP. No. Get way say somebody where you know say it gets the vision. It get the tenacity, it get the clear record, where go able govern that country. I think now that's we Sierra Leoneans for embark on, and I believe say now that's me getting at the table. So I thank you once more. We give me the opportunity for deal with you, and I want to tell everybody, may God bless them, and may God continue for bless this country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Mansaray. We will talk later then.
Thank you.